Hey everybody, welcome back. Fesley guitars, which is a fairly new budget brand here in the States that distribute their guitars through Amazon and eBay for the most part, and direct, I believe, off the Fesley website, which I'm on right now, by the way. Have released a couple of new models, and they're the familiar style guitars, right? One is uh, a Les Paul style body, right? We'll come out and say it. One is a Strat style body, and the other is a Tele style body. Now, these guitars are not inexpensive, as most of these, you know, uh, entry point import guitars are on Amazon. So, for example, the FLP 900, which is their LP Les Paul style guitar, on Amazon it's $299.99, and they're running a $30 off coupon right now. Brings it right down to what Fesley's selling it for, $269.99. Now let's take a look at this guy a little closer. Okay, it comes with a gig bag. It looks nice enough. I'm not super crazy about the headstock, but it's not offensive. It comes in black, it comes in gold, and it comes in sunburst. Let's take a look at some of the features of this guitar. So, it has a 4A maple top. Isn't that interesting? Not a 3A, but it's got a 4A. I think they meant to say AAA figured maple top, but they do say it here. C-shaped neck, 22 medium jumbo frets, dual humbucking pickups. Doesn't say if these things are Alnico or ceramic, so I'm assuming they're ceramic because it's not stated. If they were Alnico, they'd state it. Comes with some accessories, right? You get a gig bag, a guitar cable, a strap, and the Allen tools that you need. Okay, so it is a Les Paul style guitar. It looks like it's got the tulip tuners on the guitar. What are the gear ratios on this thing? Are they explained here at all? Doesn't say. So again, I'm assuming they're basic, inexpensive import tuners as well. Yeah, it doesn't state if they're 18-to-1 or whatever. What is the body? The body is made of mahogany, and it looks like it's got this maple cap on it. I don't know how thick or thin it is, with probably some wood trim around it. So it's nice looking enough. I'm not crazy about these knurled metal Tele style knobs that are on this Les Paul. I like the top hat knobs that are typically on a Les Paul style guitar, but that's my personal opinion. Stop tail bridge. It doesn't look like it has any push-pull. So we're at the $300 mark for this guitar, guys. And with the discount, it's $270. Now, when you're at $270, you are flat into Epiphone land, right? For these style guitars. Firefly. E-Art, right? Sire, you're going to pay a couple of bucks more for their Les Paul style guitars, which, by the way, are extremely highly rated. So you're a little bit off here. It's a little less. But you're kind of in that neck of the woods, for lack of a better word, right? Territory. I don't know if I would go out and buy a Fesley. Not because I don't think it's as good, because it seems to have decent bones on it, but it's just not a proven entity. There aren't enough of these things out there. I haven't played any, to be honest with you. I don't know too many people that have, quite frankly. Whereas, your Fireflies, your E-Arts, your Epiphones, your Gretsch Streamliners and Electromatics, which are also in this range for single cuts, your Sires, they're all proven entities. And I really wouldn't go out and spend this kind of money on something that's not. Even though you have a good return policy on Amazon, if I had something that's comparable to this, that's a known entity with a little bit more, horsepower behind the brand, I would probably buy it. That's just my opinion. Now, let's take a look at what else Fesley has in their new lineup. So they've got, obviously, they got to come out with a Strat style guitar, right? And Donner has these out right now. Firefly has these out right now. Jet Guitars makes a really, really hot HSS guitar for, short money. So there's a eArt makes this as well. So there's a lot of competition for these Strat style guitars. Now, $309.99. Even though you can probably get a bit of a discount on Amazon, this Strat style guitar goes for $329.99, less $50. So it's on sale for $279.99 now. But without that sale, you're in classic vibe land, and the classic vibes are pretty much every bit as good as the Fender. I shouldn't say Squire, the Fender Player Series made in Mexico guitars. They're really, really good guitars. Jet guitars that make these HSS guitars are supposedly right there as well with the classic vibes in terms of quality. Sire make dynamic, versatile, extremely well-made guitars at that price point that are Strat style with HSS configurations. So to go out and risk, buying something that's, again, in this case as well, an unknown entity, I don't know if I would do it. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't rush out to buy one of these at that price point. If this guitar was $150, I would take a chance. At $330, not so much. So I'm not sure where really Fesley is going, coming out with these guitars at this particular price point. Now, Donner has tried this. I don't believe they've been wildly successful selling their guitars at the $350, $340 price mark. They wind up discounting them considerably on their sales. I'm sure Fesley at some point in time is going to get to that as well. But let's take a look at what's on this guitar, for example. So this is the Strat style guitar. It's got a Wilkinson bridge, 2-point tremolo bridge, which is a nice feature for this guitar. It's got a slim C neck on it, mahogany body, which is an interesting choice for a Strat style guitar. Not sure if I would put a mahogany body on a Strat. It's been done before, but typically it's alder, poplar, ash, that type of thing. It comes with accessories, gig bag, strap, cable. Let's see what else. Pickups, doesn't say if these are Alnico pickups. So once again, I'm assuming they're ceramic pickups. Quarter sawn maple neck, which is a nice feature. So really the big selling point on this is the Wilkinson hardware on this guitar. The tuners and the bridge, I believe. Let's just make sure. Oh no, they're Grover tuners, excuse me, and the Wilkinson bridge. So those are the upsell. But again, for somebody that's just starting out, a home hobbyist, does that really matter that much? Well, tuning stability certainly does. But these Jets and Sires and Squires, classic vibes especially, come with very adequate tuners and bridges on their guitars. So I'm not really sure I would go out again and buy one of these just because of that. The pickups really would make a big difference, but these appear to be, and I'm scrolling in, even though they're not stated on this particular guitar, these look to be Wilkinson, the low-end Wilkinson pickups. The same pickups, by the way, that are on the mono-price Indios that they sell for a fraction of this price. They're not high-end Wilkinson pickups. They're most likely Alnico pickups. I'll give them that. But again, I've had them on the mono-price guitars, and they're not exactly high-end pickups. So again, at this price point, $330, which Amazon is selling these for. Here it's $309 on their website, the Fesley website. Again, I don't know if I'd run out and buy one at this price. Let's see what else. The Tele style guitar. Let's take a look at that. That's the FTC 1000. $300, right? Comes in black, blue, and sunburst once again. Those seem to be the colors of choice. 22 frets, mahogany body once again. So they're saving money by using mahogany for all their guitars. Again, Teles typically, I don't know if I'd go with a mahogany body. Usually they're alder or poplar, or in some cases ash. Uh, what are the tuners on here? Does it say? Just says rock solid tuning stability. It does come with Grover tuners, 18:1 gear ratio, so it has good tuners. Again, the pickups doesn't state if these are Alnico or ceramic, so I'm assuming they are once again the low end Wilkinson pickups, which it looks like they are on this guitar from what I can see the stamp. These are the same once again as the monoprice Wilkinsons, so they're probably Alnicos. But again, guys, at 300 bucks, you are now very close to a classic vibe Telecaster, which is an extremely well-made instrument and well thought of instrument in the guitar community. Um, Firefly has T-style guitars that are smack at this price point. Jet has T-style guitars that are fantastic that are at this price point. eArt has Tele style guitars that are right around this price point. So it's again a very, very crowded market with known entities. So I'm not really sure if this is a really good marketing tactic to come out with a guitar at this price point. I think they'd be far better served to come into the market much lower, see what kind of reception they get a couple of really, really knockout reviews on these guitars, and then maybe up the price. Now, guys, I know you have certain folks on YouTube that are touting these right now. For example, Scar Your Guitars. Sean over there is very big on Fesleys. He's had a couple of bad experiences as well, but for the most part, he's positive. You've got the Ball Shredder, I think, hawking these new models. But again, we have to take, in my opinion at least, a lot of those reviews with a grain of salt because they are guitars that are basically given to them to review. So in a lot of cases, when you're not buying these things on your own coin, you feel obligated to some extent to give them a more favorable review than you otherwise would. Not saying that's the case here, but it certainly could be. But yeah, there are reviews on YouTube for these guitars, but again, most of them are subsidized reviews in some shape or form. So mileage may vary in reality. But in any event, I just wanted to give my perspective on the new lineup from Fesley. And again, it's just my perspective. And I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on these guitars, on the Les Paul, the Strat, and the Tele style models that have come out from Fesley that seem to be upgraded models. What are your thoughts? Put them in the comments. Would love to hear it. If you like these videos, guys, please subscribe. And as always, be well and see you soon. Take care.